What's up, Sooner Nation? Welcome back to the Sooner Surge for another commitment video. The University of Oklahoma has landed the commitment of 6'1", 170-pound wide receiver out of Homestead, Florida, Cortez Mills. Cortez Mills rounds out that class now of group of receivers of 5 and highlights that group of receivers, not just the group of receivers, Hunter, but he stands at the top of the class as the highest rated player in this class of 2025, proving again Emmett Jones' ability to recruit elite talent at the wide receiver position.
Yeah, Emmett Jones is, I think everyone would say this now, the best recruiter on the staff. Just look at what he's done in 2 years at Oklahoma. A very talented class of 4 wide receivers a year ago, headlined by Zion Kearney. And then this 25 class, he got it started early, really in the heat of 2024 class. He was already landing guys for the 2025 class between Grayson Harris, Elijah Thomas, and then at the time, Jaden Nickens back in August. So 3 really talented receivers. Nickens decommitted, the 2-sport player from Douglas, Oklahoma, in Oklahoma City. But now he has added Marcus Harris, Emmanuel Choice, 2 very talented receivers. Marcus Harris, another 4-star in this class, Emmanuel Choice, one of the bigger body receivers. And then now you add Cortez Mills to the mix that is the highest rated guy out of those 5 receivers I have named. Very impressive for Emmett Jones. Already had, entering the month of June, 2 really talented wide receivers with some room for a couple more spots. And it's now July 1st, and Emmett Jones has already he has turned it all in. He is done for this class, pending any surprising changes.
Yeah, and OU is officially in the SEC today, where it just means more. And now, as an SEC member, they're able to get Cortez Mills from the state of Florida, Hunter, where there's many SEC schools, or a few, that OU is going up against, and they're able to come out victorious and landing the commitment of Cortez Mills. But LSU was in on that. Obviously, he's a Florida kid. The University of Florida was in on him. Clemson. I mean, a lot of big-time schools in the mix here trying to get Cortez Mills to commit. Watching his highlight tape, Hunter, really the main thing that stands out to me was his athleticism. Dude's vertical is unbelievable. Able to go up above DBs and really get the ball up at its highest position. And obviously he's got some speed, but he's kind of lanky at 6'1", 170. It'd be interesting this senior year to see how he does.
Yeah, he had a fantastic junior year. You're looking at those numbers, and you think that's just unbelievable. 79 passes, 1,640 yards, and 18 touchdowns in high school. Would have to look at how many games he played in Miami All-Dale, but you're looking at 10 to 12 games max and able to put up those kind of numbers. That's well over 1 touchdown a game, maybe even up to that 1.5 or higher mark. 79 catches, just kind of he's that guy in high school that you just feed him. You get him the ball and something special will happen. And you watch the first few seconds of his huddle film and you see that he gets the ball in his hands and he's able to kind of just keep his feet moving and make something happen where he should have went down, and he's able to keep his feet under him and get into the end zone for a big time touchdown. After, I mean, really in that play I'm referring to was the most important part is just making the catch. He's able to make the catch and do a little bit more. But you mentioned it, Clemson, LSU, Nebraska, Florida, visited all of those schools, as well as Oklahoma. Visited LSU last, but commits to Oklahoma. Again, it's now July 1st, OU's in the SEC, and Emmett Jones has this class completely formed for his part. Now, I think the task at hand for Oklahoma is try to get Emmett Jones recruiting some other guys, because you send him in and he's going to get just about anyone he wants. I think that was kind of the case for this entire wide receiver class across the board. It was just a matter of who is going to jump in the boat, as they say, as Emmett Jones was in on pretty much every receiver in this class.
Yeah, able to close in and get Cortez Mills. And you talked about kind of each of the five in this class. And I think it's important to talk really about, Emmett Jones' ability to go get the specific types of receivers that he wants, the physical guys you mentioned. You mentioned the speedsters. You got guys who can do it all across the board, yak and yards after catch. But you really look at this class, Hunter, and you stack it next to the 2024 group of receivers. OU is really, really, really in a good position for the next few years at the receiver position. The competition is going to be unbelievable at practice the next few years because it is going to be a fight to get those catches on Saturdays because of how many they have and how talented this 2-year group of receivers really is.
Yeah, and you add in Kevin Sperry to the mix as well as already on campus Jackson Arnold, Michael Hawkins. Those three guys are going to be throwing these two receiver classes the balls over the next 3 or so years. But we've talked about it last year in the 2023 season, just the amount of depth in that receiver room to begin with. I mean, you have guys like Jaden Gibson not getting to play that much, a very talented receiver also from Florida, but a very talented receiver that's made the most of his opportunities. And that's the same this year already for Oklahoma. You have Deion Burks, Jalil Farouk, Nick Anderson, Jaden Gibson, Brennan Thompson. I mean, there's so many. I'm probably blanking on a few names. Shaquille Petaway as well. So many guys in that wide receiver room already. And then you add in the 24 class and eventually the 25 class to a room that's going to be losing Jalil Farouk, going to be losing Deion Burks unless something goes wrong there. And if Jaden Gibson and Nick Anderson have really good years, they could be gone as well. So it's the 2025 season. There could be a lot of open spots for playing time in this wide receiver room. And you got to like what Emmett Jones has done. You mentioned it, just all around. You can look at it in both classes, his ability to find the speedster, the all-around receiver, the big body, the physical guy. He's just able to do it all.
Yeah, and he knows what he wants, and then he goes and gets it and closes the deal. And he's closed the deal with the official commitment of 4-star, 6'1", 170-pound wide receiver out of Homestead, Florida. Thanks again for watching the content here at the Sooner Surge. They've landed the commitment. Appreciate it. Hit the subscribe button and continue watching our videos. Till next time,